really obsessive fuzz players who have it all, they don't have this. They're listening to me going, yeah, right, but you don't have anything like this. The Coyote Fuzz is a vintage style fuzz pedal. It's a particular pedal called the Moon Rock that was made by an early boutique builder in the mountains of the Carolinas. It's a completely accurate one-for-one replica. There's never been a production clone of it. It's been in the DIY-sphere. Other people have really appreciated it and loved how it sounds, but no one's ever produced it. No one's ever told the story. The circuit itself is this simple, genius, no flaws, two knob fuzz. But it's not a fuzz pedal. It's like this pedal that does a swell sound. A big, massive kind of fuzz sound. And then it has an octave fuzz sound. That is a completely original circuit, not a clone of some vintage pedal. There's an Octavia, the Fox Tone Machine, Super Fuzzes. This is not that. This is as hand-built as it gets.
Yeah.
Sand casting closure. It's brilliant. It's really cool. There was this guy, G.S. Wiley, who was making these. Never heard it spoken of. Had no idea what it was. It's just this quirky little pedal. They are weird.
Around what time was he making these?
I think, yeah, what is this?
This one's from 2003.
You'll see maybe some
like
late
2003, 2005.
Yeah, and these are like Dremel dates on the back. So this is early 2000s, really boutique.
Yeah.
Around this time, Full Tone is a big company, basically. Zvex is taken off pretty well. This is still truly boutique. One guy, sand casting enclosures, off the grid. I would want to say like a Luddite, fully out there, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, nobody is close to this guy really.
Yeah, I remember trying to like find out more about G.S. Wiley as we were like working on this project and going through different name iterations and stuff. And it was so hard to find anything about him. He really does seem like a total loner, just like hole up somewhere, just making pedals.
There's one video on the entire internet. It's transferred from a camcorder, a guy walking into his local music shop, and Wiley is in there. It's like a sacred video at this point because it's all there is.
Wow, that's wild.
And then there's the obituary because he passed away. And beyond that, there's no family really. Like we've looked high and low for who to communicate about this because we want to do this tribute. This is such a cool pedal and it's a great story,
Did you see it in like an advertisement or something? How did you become aware of it?
I saw a photograph of this guy in LA that collects pedals and I saw that he had one of these. He's a session player and then that ended up haunting me. And then it got worse because in the Stompbox book that I worked on and did a chapter and stuff, the photo ends up in there. And so it just like, it kept haunting me. I remember getting the first one. I found one, I won it on an estate auction. I played it, we opened it up, reversed it, and it's like, what is he doing? It wasn't a clone. And that's just super exciting to get to produce.
On like a level of rarity for the Moon Rock, like where does this sit?
Yeah, it's one of the rarest fuzzes I've ever tried to find. This is way more rare than a Klon. Like Klons are not rare, first of all. But I use that because everyone's like, oh, the Klon is so expensive. Klons, there's thousands. I don't know how many of these there are. There's a few hundred, I think. I have 4 of them, which sounds counterintuitive. But when I started looking, and this is how it is in collecting, once you find one, like 2 more usually show up. That's always been how it is. I looked for one of those for about 6 years. So this is super rare and people don't get rid of them. And I think the clientele this sold to, this is early boutique, Vintage Guitar Magazine probably. This is Harmony Central. And so these are older players now that have kept them. They're just not on the market.
Yeah. Was there anything in like looking at his circuit and his design that stuck out to you where you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah, at first it was just, you open it up and you see the small transformer, and it just feels, oh, it's octave fuzz. And then you start digging into it, and it's not. It's not the same. He's not using it in the same way. The circuit is weird and quirky. The choice of the 2 pots, the way he did the one potentiometer.
He had some connection with Jimi Hendrix, right? There's this Jimi Hendrix story.
Yeah, apparently met him a few times, had these conversations. I believe he visited or lived in the Village.
Do you feel like Jimi Hendrix is in the back of his head when he's like making this?
Oh, absolutely. In that clip, you can tell he loves Hendrix. A couple of articles you can find, and there is an interview or 2 we found in the Wayback Machine on the internet. He's always talking about Hendrix. What's so cool, again, is instead of just cloning an Octavia, which people were doing, he did this. It just speaks to him as a creative person, and like, I love that it's like this hidden gem.
No, it's wild. It's honestly like one of the most unique fuzzes I think I've ever played, and I think that most people will ever be able to put their hands on. It's like super unique the way that the knob works. Can you dive a little bit into the nerdy side of what makes this so different? Because this truly is, it's like, it's not like any other fuzz that anyone has.
Yeah, so it's a little unclear what he called those controls. But the way we did this is we labeled it swell, fuzz, octave. It didn't feel right calling it fuzz because it's way more than a fuzz control.
I agree. I think the way that we labeled it is like, makes the most sense.
The original proto from at least 4 years ago, it says swell, fuzz, octave because that was all we knew to put on it. And
I remember playing it for the first time and bringing you the proto. You're like, dude, this is so cool. And you're like, yeah, I just don't know what to call the knob. And I was like, it's not just like swell, fuzz, octave? And you're like, well, we could just do that. Mike drew up a design and it worked really well. And I think it's like the best. I don't think that there's another good way to label it. It's the best description.
It feels goofy in hindsight because I'm like struggling to name the knob and it was sitting there the whole time. It's a really funny moment.
It is really funny. Let me sweep through the knob so you can hear kind of like how it switches over into each section. That's so cool.
3 pedals in one. It sounds like an infomercial.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things where people might even look at that knob and be like, is it digital or is it like a click knob? And it truly is all analog variable knob from 0 to 100%. It's got this sweep through all 3 sounds. It's like so unique.
When it's in the first 33% is the swell effect.
Okay.
Think about a Boss slow gear with fuzz.
Yeah.
You know, picture someone's on the beach and they just got pulled out of the water and they're not breathing, and then you hit the note and it's like the CPR moment where they breathe and they go, like, that's what the transistors are gasping. And it depends on the guitar. These are, you know, mini humbuckers. They're pretty hot, but if you put some really gnarly humbuckers, it's gonna swell more. The only place I've seen this that I can remember, this is the Prescription Electronics Experience Fuzz, and there's a swell switch. These are not the same, but they were both doing a similar thing here, which is cool.
So in comparison, like the Experience Octave box, that's using a completely different circuit to cause that swell effect. This is just like tuning that control.
Yeah, and it's a geniusly simple design. So I'm actually going to use the Gibson switching system to make this easier. On the rhythm, I'm going to have it on a volume of 8. So I can just have a clean, dirty switch. So up. And then when I go down to rhythm, it'll be full 10. So that way I don't have to mess with the knobs. That's the only good thing about a Gibson.
So when you roll it up to around the noon position, you go into fuzz territory. The takeaway I had playing that fuzz was like, this is a really like reliable fuzz tone. And it's crazy because it's sort of like bracketed by two very wild sounds. But like right in the middle is this super reliable, on the verge of like distortion land, where it feels like it holds together like a distortion, but it is distinctly a fuzz.
Yeah, at first glance and knowing the story and having seen the video and his obsession with Hendrix, you want to think like, oh, it's going to sound like a fuzz face. But it feels more like a tone bender, like the 1.5 or even really a 2, like the Mark II. It has like a cut that fuzz faces don't have. The fuzz face, which I love and made various versions, it's always, you're at a battle with it. Like every note you hit, you're like, is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna, this has that like real stability in it, like a tone bender.
Yes.
I would never play a fuzz face like that. It doesn't hold well. Like fuzz faces, you feel like you need to be Eric Johnson or like play riffs. This actually handles chords well. I mean, there's a 7th and then you can hear it. I think people that have struggled with fuzz faces will love it. And maybe that was his call. We'll never know. I don't know of anyone who knew him when he was designing these, but he's a very good designer. All of these designs, especially the Moonrock, they're perfect. Like his control, the way he obsessed over the sweeps and the EQ, like this was a purposeful thing. And he made a fuzz pedal that did these 3 things and it doesn't have a bad sound per se, which is like really impressive. My inspiration here is thinking about if coyotes had congressional meetings and this particular coyote is trying to pass legislation and the other coyotes will not listen to it. Also, that had to have happened in the early 70s tonally. So this is like coyote congressional tension with a guitar in the style of Neil Young, of course.
Let me throw down a harmonica thing real quick. This is kind of breaking a rule. You're not supposed to put anything in front of this, but it's harmonica. And
just try stuff.
It's gonna sound weird.
That sounds good. That sounds great.
Can you start from the beginning? we go to the octave section?
Yeah. And again, these are variables. So the brackets we put on the pedal represent how we think you should see it as a user.
Yeah.
Those in-between spots are awesome.
Yeah.
You know? This is in that lineage of those classic fuzzes over there that we can talk about in a second, but it's just different. If you love Octavias, if you love tone machines and super fuzzes, you're going to love this, but it is not that circuit. That feels crazy in 2026. Like,
yeah.
I've seen it all. We've all seen it all.
Yeah, yeah.
And it is not those things. So that's really exciting. Put a screamer after it.
Yeah, I feel like the tube screamer almost like helps focus it into like into a lane a little bit. It's really, really cool. What other pedals are you recommending people pair this with?
Anything with mids, screamers, clawns. I mean, even a Morning Glory will really do some cool stuff after.
That's cool.
Just the screamer's a good choice because octave fuzzes, no matter what they are, they're very neutral. Like they're usually tuned to be a good amount of bass, good amount of treble. It just helps to focus them. And you said this earlier, this is cheesy, but like if the Coyote or these fuzz circuits are like a river, you need banks on that river. You need to pull the EQ in and you need to focus it.
Yeah.
The tube screamer is as much an EQ pedal as it is an overdrive, and enough people don't talk about that. Just don't expect to plug this into your super clean amp and love it as much as you would as if it was dirty. If you play dirty amps already, and a lot of people do, you can just go right in. You'll hear it. You'll feel it.
Yeah, that's cool. And that tube screamer is kind of representing like the Hendrix thing where it's an octave fuzz going into a dirty amp as opposed to our cleaner tube.
Yeah, this
rock.
is a 50 or 100 watt 2-rock. So this is the bypass.
Yeah,
really
super
clean. So
super clean.
Turning that on. Turning the screamer on to help it.
I feel like we're in a bit of a season where it's like, JHS, what do your pedals do? Well, our last one went, and so what does your newest one do? It goes, we just gotta get it out of our system.
I think these were all designed in me trying to survive in the pandemic. Maybe.
Yeah. You must have been like
stressed out.
Yeah.
Do you stare at the moon sometimes?
Unleash the Coyote!
Do you like fuzz and think you have them all? You don't have this one.
Unleash the Coyote!
Did you ever watch Breaking Bad and thought, those visuals are sick?
Unleash the Coyote!
Do you wish fuzz faces sounded good when you played them?
Unleash the Coyote!
Do you like tone benders, but you don't like tone benders?
Unleash the Coyote!
Have you ever wanted an octave fuzz, but you never got along with octave fuzzes, but sometimes you think about, man, I wish I could get along with octave fuzz?
Unleash the Coyote!
Do you like cactuses?
Unleash the Coyote!
Have you ever been in a parking lot at night by yourself and heard something rummaging through the trash and jumped into your car and sped away? I haven't.
Unleash the Coyote!
Have you ever eaten at a restaurant and thought, that's not beef?
Unleash the Coyote!
Have you ever been at a family dinner and your Aunt Judy brings some weird barbecue? It's a little too stringy.
Unleash the Coyote!
Have you ever been having a dream and you wish you would wake up because you're being followed by a pack of wolves or coyotes and you're not really sure, you're pretty sure it's coyotes?
Unleash the Coyote?
Do you like sand that's not really sand, it's just little crispies of dirt that came off of rocks that looks the same color as the sand dirt that you thought was sand?
Unleash the Coyote.
Okay.
In comparison to like the Double Dragon, the high octave side, it is very different. I've played both of them next to each other, and the way that they do the octave thing is like, there's definitely family resemblances, but it feels different. It feels more like that cat scratchy thing where it's like 1,000 cats scratching your eyes out kind of sound.
I think this lends itself, like the nuance. This is for the fuzz nerds.
Yeah.
The octave fuzz people, they're obsessive. And so I would say this feels more in the family of a super fuzz, but it is not a super fuzz. It's not a clone of it. It's very different, but it has the jaggedness of that. Maybe dig a few of these out, and just so people understand, they can see these historically. Yeah, the super fuzz is the most copied octave fuzz, I think, ever. It shows up in a lot of iterations in the vintage world and the modern world. In the vintage world, you end up with the Ibanez standard fuzz. This is like the Black Keys fuzz that everybody talks about. Even the honey stuff is like an older original version. You even have this K fuzz just flopping around over here. You got the K fuzz.
Plastic.
Yeah, this is an iteration. It's one less stage, but that's still a super fuzz.
Yeah.
So that super fuzz family is very well known, and it is magical for a lot of reasons. Yeah, and then you get into the other things like the old Fox tone machine, you know, the furry.
Yeah.
You gotta smell it.
You gotta really take it. It's got carpet vibes. Yeah.
You've got the Octavia, which this is the one most people had in the 70s. The original, that's a replica, but that's the Roger Mayer made it for Hendrix. The invention of octave fuzz kind of lives here with the Transformer. And then you got the Ampeg Scrambler. So there's all these iterations. There's even the Fender Blender, which is downstairs in a box, and I was too tired to go get it. And then this is one of my favorites from the boutique era, the COB from Prescription. This is like coveted, and this has a lot of that vibe too. Which, just laying it out, octave fuzz is vast, but this is unique, and that's really crazy.
Speaking of unearthing fuzzes that no one has been able to find, check out and pre-order the book Made on Earth for Rising Stars, written by Daniel Danger and Josh Scott.
Yeah, you can go right now. There's a link in the description. I don't know what camera. I'm gonna look at both cameras, and you're gonna cut when I do this. Just keep cutting. You're gonna go to that website, and there's a link, and you can pre-order it, and every pre-order really matters. It tells the distributor and the publisher that books like this matter and that people like you want books like this. So smash that link right now.
One thing that's really cool about this pedal is it cleans up really well when you roll your volume back, especially in the swell mode. When you roll it back, it's like this really interesting sounding distortion. This
is unexpected too, because octave fuzzes don't do this. Yeah, that's just crazy. You just don't get that out of these type of pedals.
Yeah.
I mean, let me put a little verb like. It's an amazing overdrive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all right here. So the older players love this, but watch. I remember watching Eric Johnson on Austin City Limits. I was a teenager. He's wearing the like Hendrix marching jacket. And I did not understand his music, but I was like fascinated. His fuzz tone's insane. It's like 100 violins ripping your face off.
Yeah, sure.
And that's all he did, the whole show. It's just like, because he has a fuzz face on. But this is better than a fuzz face. It's crazy to say that. That's not just like marketing dribble. This cleans up better than any fuzz face I've ever played.
That's so sick. Yeah, and if you put it on, where's that telly? I was losing it over this because this was like almost some kind of weird stroke because I was using the bridge pickup on here. Like, that's crazy.
It is really wild.
It's like 2 drive pedals right there. That is right so sick.
Part of me is like, did he intend that? I guess he did. Well, I don't know. We'll never know. A lot of people will buy it and love it for that one thing because it's a big deal. I mean, we get thousands of emails all the time. They're nonstop. And that's a constant. What fuzz do you have that cleans up well? It means so much to so many players.
Yeah.
I think that's the hidden secret of this pedal.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's like the 4th setting on the knob with 3 settings.
I also think pairing this with like, you have a flanger or like phasers, things with the EQ curve, especially like in the octave mode and in the swell, because it's kind of accentuating. I've messed around with it in the octave setting with a phaser, and it almost kind of does like a sitar-y kind of weird sound.
This pedal puts me as a player in the psychedelic blues rock thing, like naturally. But it's interesting because it does all this other stuff that like the fuzz face won't do. But I naturally want to pair it with the univibe. I have that there.
Yeah.
Flanger, even like weird modulations. I just think of like, there's some land between Hendrix and King Gizzard.
It's like that's like such a spectrum, but like
if you can step back far enough, it's like the same planet. Up close, it's a little odd. You're like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, it's so crazy. It's
and you
really
have
cool.
to go like. Just to show, the octave with the volume down is really cool. It doesn't clean up, it just like gurgles it and gates it. These little ring modish. And then like if you want to play Stairway to Heaven. Pretty nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Really nice. Today's record time is brought to you by Jimi Hendrix Band of Gypsies. It was recorded on the same day across 2 years because it was recorded on New Year's Eve in San Francisco. Clever. The song Who Knows is a really amazing example of octave fuzz. It gets left out of all the Hendrix discussions. You always hear Purple Haze, this, that, or the other. But this band is amazing. This is live. This is 3 people. It's the full use of octave fuzz, better than I've ever heard it, really. And the history of octave fuzz ties into this because Roger Mayer invented it and handed it to Hendrix and used it on his first record, Overdubs. So the chain of the effect is here. It's an amazing utility of the effect. And again, a song that not many people have given much attention to. So go check it out. Band of Gypsies, Jimi Hendrix.